All right, boys, I know it's a little late. This trailer came out earlier today. I usually do trailer reactions during the day, but it's night. So we have the extra light. That's why it looks a little weird. But I'm going to react to the new trailer of the motherfucking the end of Oak Street. That's the movie. The End of Oak Street. I've seen the teaser. The teaser didn't really do much. It just made me think it's J.J. Abrams produced. It's got dinosaurs and suburbia. It's probably going to be like probably a better version of Jurassic Park, with the promise that Jurassic Park never fulfilled, which was to let us see what dinosaurs look like in the real world. So it's also by David Roberts, who did It Follows. Interesting turn for him. Maybe there's more to it. I don't know. We're going to see. Hopefully this trailer turns me on to the idea of this film, because I'm just kind of like, eh. So let's just stop the fucking mouth usage and see what this is.
Anybody else see that weird light last night?
What weird light?
The wind was blowing all crazy. Starbuck was freaked out and barking.
Could have been lights from a helicopter.
Or a UFO? Aliens.
Shut up, Dad.
Be cool.
Water's not working.
Looks like the whole neighborhood's lost power.
The hell was that?
We can't leave.
I think that our neighborhood, our house, our whole street has moved.
Lee Cronin's
How the hell is that
Lee
even
Cronin's The End of Oak Street.
Get out of there! Run!
What the hell's going on?
Get inside now!
I just heard a gunshot.
Damn.
Gather supplies. Grab anything you can use as a weapon. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna survive. God's not gonna let us die here.
Greg, you only go to church at Christmas and now you're telling the kids God's looking out for us?
What about the people who are out there getting eaten?
David Robert Mitchell. He has 3 first names as a whole name. That's crazy work. Okay. What's my consensus? What do I feel? No different from how I felt with the first teaser. Like it looks fun. It looks really fun. It looks like it'll be a good time at the movies for sure. I mean, I'm gonna show up for it. We can always use more dinosaur movies. I just feel like it's J.J. Abrams. It's going to be another family-friendly dinosaur film, of which we've had plenty already. I do like that they're fulfilling the promise of having dinosaurs in like suburbia. Of course, suburbia is moved. The suburbs are now moved to some weird reality. Probably in prehistoric times, because it looks like there's like a rainforest around them. I'm curious to see if when Ewan McGregor said aliens, that was kind of like a reference to maybe there are aliens in this movie, because that little bubble that they're looking at, it looks like a displacement bubble or something. That alludes to there being some kind of like technology in my mind, maybe some kind of displacement technology that maybe aliens are using to put them there. Maybe I'm stretching, but like, you know, Disclosure Day is coming out next week. We've got all these alien disclosures happening. Aliens are back. All right. Aliens are the in thing now. Hopefully there's a twist that makes it spicier, because right now I just what I'm interested in to see is how they ended up there. Is it some kind of like freak universal random thing that happens once every whatever the fucks, or if this is like actual manipulation of time, displacement, whatever, some kind of crazy alien tech. That would be cool. I'd be so down for that weird shit. Like, imagine dinosaurs and aliens in the third act, and they're trying to survive on this patch of suburb neighborhood. That'd be crazy. That keeps me excited. But what I've seen in the trailer just looks fun. Which, I mean, that's all it needs to be. Not every movie needs to be like the next transcending fucking thing. It just really does look like another Jurassic Park in a lot of ways. Family friendly, funny one-liners. The whole, like, you don't go to church, you go to church in Christmas. Now you're telling that whole thing was silly. I don't know how to feel, man. I'm just kind of like, it might be fun. We'll see. I really got to just see the fucking movie. Because if there is a twist, they're not going to reveal it in the next trailer. Well, who knows? These days they reveal everything. But if the twist is there are aliens, I really am putting a lot on this alien thing. Anyway, that's my reaction to that one. We'll see. Tomorrow I have another trailer reaction for a movie called Onslaught, directed by Adam Wingard, who did The Guest and a bunch of the Godzilla films. But I love The Guest with Dan Stevens. That movie is one that I return to so often. I think it's an underrated gem. I think it had the makings of a cult classic. I love The Guest. Badass. It's like thriller stalker-ish action film towards the end with elements of super soul. It's such a perfect little classic out of nowhere small town movie with an insane action sequence in the end. So the fact that he's coming back to something smaller that kind of leans into The Guest, I'm so excited. That trailer comes out tomorrow, so I'll be reviewing that. I'll be reacting to that tomorrow. I also wanted to talk a little bit about, I just saw episode 1 of Dan Stevens, speaking of which. Well, I started watching his show, episode 1 of Devil in Silver, season 3 of The Terror. I believe it's Devil in Silver. My mind always wants to say Silver Door. Don't know why. But, dude, I gotta be honest. First episode hooked me, like, hard. I was hooked. The first episode, and this is full spoilers because I'm probably going to do a episode by episode review kind of thing, like a episode basis kind of thing. Or I might do, because it's 6 episodes, there's 4 episodes out, I might do like 2 for 2 for 2 for 1, since this is just the first episode's review. But long story short, in terms of spoilers, it's all of it for the first episode. So if you haven't seen it, this is your time to go away, go to the end of Oak Street or some shit, because I don't want to spoil it for you. But if you don't care and you want maybe a little push, I feel like this is all just set up anyway, so there's not much to spoil, but I think there's some interesting stuff here. Dan Stevens is like this very much New Yorker who is in love with a woman who already has a daughter by someone else, and he gets in trouble because he ends up beating on the abusive ex-husband for showing up school unannounced. Somehow cops happen to be there at the right time, pull him off of the ex-husband, and send him not to jail, but to a mental institute in New York that might as well have been a trap house. And when Dan Stevens gets admitted, he meets all these quirky, dark characters who all have their mental ailments and reasons to be there. Particularly one older lady who just kind of stole the show for me, and I already like her character. She makes no fucking sense, but she's also somehow giving you plot without you actually knowing it through her like strange dialogue. She's very touchy-feely with him. She's just kind of out there. I kind of like someone's crazy grandma, just a normal crazy grandma, really, from another time. Dan Stevens' reaction to her is hilarious because his reactions are my reactions, his facial expressions are my facial expressions. So Dan Stevens steals the show. I feel like he doesn't get the amount of love for the amount of characters that he plays. He plays heroes, he plays nerds, he plays, in The Guest, he played like the cool, strange guy. Like he's very versatile, and I like him in this a lot. He's playing just like a grungy dude who just likes to play drums and wants to teach kids how to play the drums. And all the other characters around him all have their elements. They're all funny when you meet them in group. They all have their own lines. This reminds me a little bit of Dream Warriors in a good way. That's my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street film. So it has little bits and pieces of that. The whole thing is that he clearly doesn't belong there, and he has to survive 3 days. He starts hearing these noises on the roof and having these weird hallucinations of dead people warning him about things, and he sees this silver door at the end of the hall, and he gets drugged, thinking that's like protocol. You're gonna get drugged and go to sleep. But he wakes up one day after the day he's supposed to have left, So now it's like, why is he here for? Why did they go out of their way to drug him to keep him there? And there's a lot of mystery already set up that I find really, really interesting. I want to know what's behind the silver door, obviously. I want to know why he's seeing these hallucinations, why they need to keep him there. Most importantly, I want to know what is under the facility, or what's the facility's purpose, because at a certain point, we go down and there's like a sub level. It looks completely different from the rest of the institute, the rest of the building. It looks very different. It looks like it serves a different function, a different purpose. And when the cops are talking to the employees of the hospital, there's this exchange of dialogue that tells you that the cops are helping. They're helping each other. There's a give and take going on here between both parties, and there's one particular cop who's not fucking with this shit at all. Like, he's not fucking with it at all. His heart is in the right place. But there's a sense that the cops are doing this, taking in criminals, which is why they seem to have been there in the first place. It's been alluded to that he was chosen for this. I thought that already set the intrigue high. It was like, well, why him? He's kind of a down in the dirt guy. He's just trying to make ends meet. You know, he's trying to be a good dad, good stepdad. Why him? Is it because he's aggressive? And if he's aggressive, is there a thing? Or a person? Like, I don't even know if it's a creature or if it's an entity or if it's a person. There's also the whole him being drugged. So for all I know, the supernatural elements could be a byproduct of him being drugged. So all the right questions are being asked here. They're presenting me with questions that are keeping me hooked. So your boy's going to be there for episode 2 tomorrow, and then I'll review it. I think so far, great first episode. If it keeps this pace for the next 5, it might be a good one. I did not see season 2 of The Terror. I heard it was akin to, like, you know, what The Haunting of Hill House or Bly Manor was. The Haunting of Hill House, where Haunting of Hill House was incredible. Obviously, I didn't watch Bly Manor because Mike Flanagan didn't touch it. So this seems, Terror season 2 seems to be almost similar in that sense, you know, where Terror season 1 was awesome. I love that. I love the book. I love that that season, but season 2 I didn't touch. And I kind of want to go back to it at some point, but season 3 is starting off fucking gnarly, naughty, lusty, sexy, fun as fuck. So that's it. For you guys that asked about that review, I think I'm just going to start doing it episode by episode. Then after this, I will do the one on Apple called the fuck me. It's not called that. You guys know which one I'm talking about. It'll come back to me. And then after that, I'm gonna do the Burrows, which is by by the Duffer Brothers, written by the Duffer Brothers. So a good 3 shows of horror that I'll have reviews for coming your way in case you're waiting on some consensus, some idea, or you just want to hear me blab some more. You guys are awesome. Anyway, that's this video. This next review after this video, though, naughty, saucy, fucking delicious. Anyway, wait for that one. I'll see you guys for the next video. And as always, I will also see you at the movies.